Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm here today with Jonathan Briggs. I'm using the word y'all because this guy is from the South. Check out his hat right now. Arkansas Razorbacks. Can you say y'all for us, please?
What's up, y'all?
Y'all.
What's up, y'all? Hey, students. I am so excited to be here, and I cannot wait to see you guys again.
Same. I am with JB. That I can't wait till we don't have to do this anymore. But for right now, this is the best we have, and I actually am excited for today's hangout time on Midweek. But first, let's address something really quick. Get a zoom in here, or get a look at this hair, okay? How long has it been since you had a haircut, JB?
John, it's been a long time.
What is that on top of your head right now?
That is my man bun.
Your man bun?
It's my man bun.
Okay. Legit serious question right now. What are the chances of you letting me shave your head? Give you a haircut right now on Midweek. Let us know. Should I be able to cut his hair on Midweek right now?
Not right now.
Let the people decide.
No, John. Not right now. I want to take this man bun back to work.
Oh my gosh. Will you get back to work? Will you get fired for that?
No, I think it's gonna be, everybody comes back to work after COVID,
So
makes them smile.
Is your hair like a special thing to you?
It is. It's a really special thing,
How does your wife feel about your man bun?
She actually encouraged it.
I don't know if I believe that one for 1 second. All right. Well, hey, I can appreciate the fact that you don't want me to cut your hair because I don't even cut my own hair. But tonight we're going to start things off with a brand new game. I'm so excited for it, and we're going to call it Wheel Unfortunate. And it's so fun because anything can happen. But there's also that warning that anything can happen. And
so let me get this straight. You and I are the first ones to ever play this.
Yes. You are the first person on Wheel Unfortunate.
Man, I get the feeling that this is not your normal midweek game.
It is not. It's not anything that necessarily have to be excited about, that's for sure. But you know what? I'm excited because anything can happen on Wheel Unfortunate.
All right.
Here's the deal. We have a 50-50 chance. You or I are going to participate in this Wheel Unfortunate endeavor, okay? So how it works is we are going to right now pick a name out of this bowl, okay? We're gonna pick a name out of this bowl. It's either JB or JK. In the chat, I want to know, who do you want to see do Wheel Unfortunate, okay? Would you rather have JB do it, or would you rather have JK do it, okay?
You sure you want me to pick?
I want you to pick. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Did you look before you...
No, do you want me to get another one?
No, whatever you
want.
want.
Turn around. All right.
What is it?
John!
Oh my God. No!
I feel so much better about this game all of a sudden.
I do not feel...
John, it's a great game.
It is a great game.
Wheel Unfortunate.
All right, so these are the things that I am now up against, okay? I will spin this wheel, and I will either shave my eyebrows, shave my beard, go down the slip and slide, drink a bottle of mustard, eat a whole banana, or drink hot sauce.
Man, I could
gosh.
do some of these.
These are not on my bucket list, by the way, of life, okay?
John, I believe in you.
But are we ready to spin? We should spin. All right, which one do you want to see me do?
Mustard.
All right, here we go. It's gonna spin. It's gonna spin here. Let's go.
Mustard.
Oh no.
Mustard.
Just no beard. No beard.
Mustard.
No beard. Oh, go down the slip and slide. Well, I can do that. I just don't have my bathing suit with me.
Oh, John, you got this, man.
So should I just do like fully clothed then?
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't really have anything else.
Is this like a tie fully clothed?
I don't have all the ties and clothing, but all right. So I'm gonna go right now and do a slip and slide challenge, the Wheel Unfortunate. I'm gonna go do it.
In a tie.
Let's go.
In a tie.
In a tie that I don't have. Here we go.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy.
I am so ready for this.
I've got my nice little, what do we call these? Mega slide jammer.
Super aerodynamic.
I'm
gonna get some speed on that.
Here. And I'm gonna get some speed today. So here we go.
John, don't hurt yourself.
All right. That went a lot faster than I thought it was. That was awesome.
John, you look
Just
good.
all completely wet now, and I have no change of clothes. So that's
good.
Great.
It's great midweek.
Guys, I think JB should do it too. What do you think?
Oh, I'm in. I'm so in. It's gonna be the most fun I had all week.
Students?
This is for you guys because I love you guys. Love.
Love. Here you go.
Oh, I don't need that. Oh.
With the man bun!
Chad.
That was way more epic than me. I feel like you should have won, and then I could have kept dry, but maybe I would have won. All for you. We love you guys. Hey, that was fun. Now we're gonna head back inside. Okay, so that was anticlimactic for me.
It was amazing.
In comparison to this guy who totally tore up the water slide. Looked at his video, looked at my video. Actually, right now, I want to go to slow motion video of this guy. So check that out.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
I think this guy deserves a medal. Did you see that slow motion epic video of the mud and the dirt and then the pure joy on his face as he just came sliding through?
It was fun.
It's like this guy has some former life of like competitive water slider or something like that.
No former life of that, but it was just a passion-filled slide for the students, John.
Make me look good over here.
For the students.
Now, I want you to do us a favor and in the chat, rank JB's versus mine, okay? On a scale from 1 to 10, how did he do versus how did I do? You know what I mean? Like I did.
You went fast, John. He went fast.
Okay? So we're gonna crown a winner in our Zoom hangout later on tonight, okay?
Absolutely.
Cool. So social media, let's talk social media for a minute.
Absolutely. You know, we've had the student takeovers lately, and those guys have been killing it, John.
Yes, they have. Students who've been taking over, kudos to you, great job. That's also a nice segue because we've been making some videos for the students. Funny videos and fun videos, tutorial videos of all the things that we think you're interested in, just to get you laughing, to get you engaging. And so this week, we want to introduce you to something very fun and very new that we're calling Extreme Sports with
Chad.
Extreme Sports with Chad, so check it out.
Oh, hey, didn't see that. This is Extreme Sports with Chad. Today, we're gonna be doing some extreme sports. My name's Chad. Woo! On this episode, got my killer scooter here. We're gonna teach you how to run through an obstacle course. We're gonna just send it like right that way through this obstacle course, fast as we can. Do some burnouts, you know, maybe 360. Just gonna send it. Course preview time. We're gonna send it through the course. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like from my perspective, and yeah, here we go. All right. Through the kitchen. Oh! Hard left. Out this. Trusty knee pads on, weaving, bobbing, weaving. Gotta find your flow. They go through the barriers. Black right here. That's the finish line. All right, guys. So today we're doing the Uber scooter. Sorry, a couple too many hits to the head. Uber scooter obstacle course. We're gonna be doing a race. I already showed you guys the course. I got me a competitor, and he knows the course, so we're gonna race.
What's up, everybody?
This is my competitor for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, John Knapp.
I'm excited.
I'll start it.
The
Oh, wait, hold on, ready? Just do this. Snail. He's gonna hold like that, all right? Okay, ready? Snail.
snail.
Boom.
Double-headed snail. All right, so what are we doing today?
We're racing. The way this is gonna work,
Yeah.
you and me are each gonna get a shot to get our best time around the course. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. You're in the kitchen. Ah! Oh, pretzels, watch out. That's bad for the traction.
I'm ready.
You ready to go, dude?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? 3, 2. I didn't say go, bro.
Oh my goodness. my God.
What was that?
Oh,
You started.
oh my gosh.
Your time was faster than mine, but
Water. There's just something to say about a dad. You know, 4 kids. I got some stamina. I've got some skills.
And some falls.
And a couple falls along the way, you know? I think this is a great time for me to sign off here, bud.
it's not flying with me.
What?
We're going head to head. You know what? Hey, look it. I even got you some energy chews.
Okay.
Citrus energy chews, some energy
I
chews.
prefer Takis or beef jerky.
Okay, well,
Okay. Gummy bear with Gatorade in it. Chewy.
I'm loving all this.
Yeah, I'm ready for another one. Okay, so Chad wants a rematch.
don't lose.
You don't lose.
You ain't first or last.
Ready?
I'm born ready.
Okay, go.
Tell me you got
My hip. My hip. I can't. Underneath. I'm trying to stick on my head. With the karate kid. Yeah, you are a worthy competitor. You get the W.
I get the W?
Oh, man.
Sick.
Oh, gosh.
You sent it though. You want to hand up? Psych. What happened back there, man?
Gosh, man, I was coming back through this corner over here, and I was going for the straightaway, and I went down to bend down, obviously not far enough, and literally my head caught the black strap. It literally just pulled me right off my scooter.
Dude, should have had the helmet,
Fell
man.
on my hip, and game over.
All right. Till next time on Extreme Sports with Chad. I'm Chad, and that's John
And this is Extreme Sports.
with Chad.
John, how do I get on this show? It looks awesome. I want to be with
I
Chad.
don't know if you can hang, you know?
I can do this,
You
John.
think you can do this?
I can do this.
It's called Extreme Sports. Are you extreme?
I'm extreme.
I'm extreme. I do have to warn you, though, that there's a possibility that you could hurt your hip.
Man, these hips are good. These are some good hips here, John.
What? Like those hips are like...
Made for extreme sports. Chad.
Made for Extreme Sports. Okay, so I don't know what the next video of Extreme Sports with Chad's gonna be. Maybe y'all should let us know. We've already done scootering, maybe like pogo sticks,
Extreme
or trampolines. Yes, we said-
Cliff diving.
we said the
Cliff
same time.
diving.
Wow. Inline skates. Maybe we do water slides. This guy's really
Absolutely.
good. Extreme
Water slides. It's dangerous.
Okay. So I don't know, but the next filming, you're on it then. You're on it.
I'm
If you're-
absolutely
if you're
in.
here for it.
I'm in.
You're here for it.
I am in.
Literally say
I am here for. I'm here for it.
That's what I wanted you to say. He's
I'm here for it.
All right, I can't wait. And we will have the ambulance on scene, just in case. All right? Cool. We are going to now head over to our announcements, so don't you go away. All right, for our first announcement today, it's not really an announcement at all. It's more of a giveaway. We love to give away stuff here on Midweek. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to give away a $25 gift card to Starbucks. And what's the latest drink that you like at Starbucks?
Pineapple green matcha.
The pineapple green matcha. I don't know if those all go
So
well
good.
together.
It is
but I'm
so
willing to
good.
give it a chance.
It's just pineapple matcha, but it is so good.
You can use your $25 to buy one of those drinks.
Or
now,
a
how do
lot
you
of them.
win? How do you win? Okay, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 and 100. Okay, submit it in the chat, and then later on tonight, JD will tell you the number that he's thinking of.
I got it.
Right before
I
we
got
go
it.
to our Zoom group, and we will announce the winner. You must be present to win. All right, that is our first announcement, but it's more of a giveaway. It's more of a giveaway. I forgot to cue that. It's more of a giveaway. All right. Next announcement.
Absolutely. So if you're new, first of all, awesome. We love having you here. And we want you to join us on Zoom afterwards. Click the link below. If you are new, we've got a $5 gift card for you and for the person that invited you.
So if you invite somebody and they show up, guess what? gift card for you, gift card for them. $5.
Pineapple matchas for y'all.
Digital gift card sent directly to you. All right, the next thing I'm super pumped about, I'm super excited about, it is our Instagram Live Target edition. What I'm gonna do is on Saturday, May 30th, I'm gonna go to Target at 1 p.m. Put that down on your phone right now. I'm gonna go at 1 p.m.
What time was that?
1 p.m.
1.
If you join me at Target live at 1 p.m., I'm gonna go on the student account and you submit a comment on the live feed of what you would like for me to deliver food to your house, I will do that in the next 24 hours.
Oh man, I'm in, John. I'm in.
Well, JB, I would have to say it's for students only. Wah, wah, wah. Students only.
I love food.
So students, May 30th, Saturday, 1 p.m. Make sure that you jump on live with me and I will bring you something from Target. You just gotta give me a day to do it and I will bring it directly to your door.
Man, I'm so bummed that I can't be in that, but I'm so excited for those students.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have some stuff. So one thing, whatever you want. I would say Takis are probably up there. What would you get?
Oh, pork rinds right now. Pork rinds, man, those are my jam right
He's from
now.
Arkansas, that is for sure. Y'all,
So
he
good.
wants pork rinds.
They're so good.
All right, let's give some love to the graduates. Let's give some love to the seniors.
Man, we love you guys, and we are so excited that y'all are graduating. We have some things planned for you.
We do. That was so touching. Seniors, we love you.
We do.
How much do we love you? We love them this
you
much.
This much. We have some socks. We have a food basket getting dropped off. Notice these are class of 2020 socks.
I love the little toilet paper.
Oh, that's so great.
Quarantine.
PDF diploma.
We also got
A food basket getting dropped off at your house.
delicious. Yes.
That looks like a John food basket
these
right there.
Amazing food snacks. And then what's this? What's this for?
Porch portraits. Porch portraits.
That was so southern, so country. Portraits. Yes, which means that we're gonna have a legit photographer come over to your house. You dress up in your cap and gown, and then we will take photos of you on your porch, and we will make sure that you are celebrated this year, because even though your graduation isn't exactly the way that you pictured it, we are still going to make sure that you are celebrated because we love you. So
We love
make
you.
sure that you
We love seniors.
JB really loves seniors. Hey, here's a number on the screen right here, somewhere right here. And we want you
Down
to
below.
text that number. It's my number. Okay? And let
number.
us know that you're graduating, and then I will make sure to get connected with you and get you all that stuff. Okay? We love you, seniors. Congrats to all of you.
Congratulations. All right, students, we're kicking off a brand new series called The You Effect, where we learn about how you have an impact on those around you. I cannot wait for our small groups afterwards.
Yeah, so in this series, we're going to be talking about you, and we're going to be talking about encouraging you to use your influence to impact the people and the world that you live in, all right?
So as you watch, if you have any questions or thoughts, please comment below in the chat section. We want to hear them.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and roll the tape.
When you think about it, the English language can be quite strange. Why is phone spelled with a PH? I literally just don't get it. Why not start it with an F, okay? Why do we have 3 different spellings and meanings to the word to? Like, was that created just to confuse us when we're sending text messages? Why is it so hard to spell spaghetti? I need somebody to tell me right now. I spell this word so badly, even my phone has no autocorrect ideas for me. It's basically shaming me, like, you know what? You're out on your own, Ben. And maybe the most annoying thing about the English language is that the word effect is spelled 2 different ways. On one hand, it starts with an A, and on the other hand, it starts with an E. You may not have known that, you may not care, but just stick with me here while I try to clear up the confusion. Effect, starting with an A, is usually a verb, and it means to change something. For example, their compliment really affected my day. Like, I was in such a better mood after they said that. Now, effect with an E, on the other hand, is usually a noun, and it's the result of change. Like when you hear about the side effects of medications, it's referring to the result of change that medication could cause in your body. Now, Right now, you're probably wondering why in the world we are taking grammar at church. Well, the point is that both of these words are similar and can be easy to get confused, but both of them are key to what we're talking about in this series, because we're talking about the ways that we influence, impact, and change each other. And we're gonna start today by talking about you. How do you affect or change something for the people around you? In other words, what's the result of that change? What's the you effect? Some of you may acknowledge that you affect and impact the people around you. Maybe you hold some type of leadership position, either at church or at school, or you have friends and you understand that, hey, your opinion affects others. Whether it's about something serious like who your friends should date, or something random like what Avenger you think is the best, Iron Man of course, but you just know that your words have an effect on others. On the other hand, some of you may say, I don't affect, impact, or influence anyone. The me effect is currently at 0. Like the only person I have influence over is my family's dog, and my family's dog is not a person, okay? And even he ignores me sometimes. If that's you, it's normal. I've been there. And I think there are a few reasons why it's easy to feel this way. Sometimes you may doubt that you have influence because you think you have to be a better leader to have it. And if you don't see yourself as a leader, it's easy to believe that you have no influence. Or maybe you question your impact because you feel pretty clueless about life. And if you feel lost, how in the world could you possibly impact somebody else? Or maybe you doubt your ability to affect others because, man, you're kind of afraid of putting yourself out there. You're like, I'd rather just fade into the background because the idea of influencing others is pretty terrifying to me. Or maybe the idea of influencing and affecting others is something you've never even thought about, one way or the other. You're like, this is the first time it crossed my mind. The fact of the matter is this: regardless of what you think about influence, you have it. You have influence because you have relationships. Whether it's your family or friends or classmates or people in this student ministry, we all have some influence over the people we come in contact with every single day. Now, whether or not you're a good or bad influence is another story, but influence is yours, you have it. And here's the truth: no matter how big or small your circle of influence seems, you have more of it than you think, okay? You got that? Now, we're gonna look at someone who used what they had to affect others, even though they didn't have very much. It's recorded in one of the Gospels, which are the 4 books in the New Testament in the second half of the Bible, that tell us all about Jesus' life. And what we'll read today was recorded by John, who was one of Jesus' closest followers and students. In fact, when Jesus was on the cross, one of the last things Jesus did was ask John to care for his mother after he died. So we can read these words knowing that they were written by an eyewitness who was trusted by Jesus. They were close friends. Now, so I'm gonna set the scene. When Jesus traveled around in his 3 years of ministry, crowds almost always followed. And it could have been because they had heard about Jesus, they wanted healing for something, or maybe they were just curious about this guy. But whatever the reasons, Jesus had a lot of influence and people were always around him. This particular day was no different. It starts like this. Sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee, that is the Sea of Tiberias, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up on a mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near when Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him. He said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he had already had in mind what he was going to do. So imagine the scene. A large crowd has gathered to see the great miracle worker, Jesus. And what does Jesus do? He asked one of his disciples, Philip, what he thought they should do. If I were Philip, I would have been like, aren't you the miracle guy? Like, isn't this more your arena than my arena? But instead, Philip responds this way. Philip answered him, it would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite. In other words, you gotta be kidding me. If we're going to feed everyone, there better be someone with a lot of cash around to make that happen, which, hey, that's a good point. I mean, can you imagine sending someone to McDonald's to order 5,000 Big Mac combos? It's crazy, right? Well, the story continues. Another one of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. but how far will they go among so many? So apparently, only one mom in the entire village packed a lunch for her son. And Andrew thought this was worth pointing out. I mean, it was something, right? Something is better than nothing. And that's when Jesus went to work. Jesus said, have the people sit down. There was plenty of grass in that place and they sat down. About 5,000 men were there. Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, gather the pieces that are left over, let nothing be wasted. So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, surely this is the prophet who has come into the world. Now, there are all kinds of questions that come up when I read this story. Like, was it buffet style? Where did the baskets come from? How exactly did he turn 5 loaves and 2 fish into enough food to feed everyone? But here's maybe the most important question we could ask. Who had the biggest impact in this passage? I mean, it's easy to see that Jesus had influence, okay? Lots of it. I mean, by the end of this account, a large crowd was calling him a prophet because of the miracle he had just performed. So yes, Jesus has a huge effect. And then there's the disciples. They were impactful just by being associated with Jesus. So they certainly had an effect as well. But the real superstar of the story may not be who you think. I think it was the boy with the lunch. And at first it seems like the total opposite. How could a kid with some bread and fish be influential? But the truth is, it wasn't the amount of what he had that allowed him to make a difference. It was his willingness to use what he had that made him influential. And this would have been an even bigger deal in the context Jesus was living in, where children weren't valued at all. No one would have seen this boy as having influence, but that didn't stop him from stepping up. And it was his willingness to do that that ended up impacting thousands of people. Like, can you imagine how the conversation went with his mom when he got home that afternoon? Yeah, Mom, there were thousands of people there and they ate my lunch. Yeah, they picked me. I shared my lunchbox and everybody had more than enough. No one, not even his mom, could have imagined things going that way, but they did. And thousands of years later, we're still telling his story. I bet this kid and everyone else around this kid never, ever, ever thought influence like this would be a part of his story. It didn't matter that he didn't take the stage. It didn't matter that he wasn't well known. He wasn't in a position of leadership. He wasn't a speaker or a preacher. He wasn't the captain of the team. He wasn't the head of his class. Jesus wasn't looking for any of that. The only thing that mattered was that this boy brought all that he had and it was enough. Because ultimately, this was about the power of Jesus and what Jesus was capable of doing through someone who was willing to be used and to offer what they had. Now, when it comes to you and I, affecting the world around us, it's all about us being willing to show up and offer what we have. But before that's possible, you have to recognize this. You have more of an effect than you think. You have more of an effect than you think. Imagine if the little boy listening to Jesus teach believed that he didn't have any potential for influence. If he would have said, you know what, I'm not offering much, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself. There would be no story to tell. In the same way, when we feel like we have nothing to bring to the table, when we believe that we don't have the potential to affect anything, there are countless stories and opportunities we may be selling short as a result. The way we see influence needs to change. It's time we begin to realize that having an effect on others and having impact is really just being willing to do something. Do something with what you have, no matter how big or small what you have is. In other words, having an impact isn't about doing more, having more, or knowing more people. It's about offering what you already have to those around you. But how do we begin to understand the effect we have on others and what to do about it? Well, I think there are a few steps you and I can take. And first, it really starts by identifying the who. Who are the immediate people in front of you that you have the potential to affect? Who are the people closest to you? Maybe it's your siblings, friend or your friends, a teammate, or other people in your family. No matter who it is or how many people it is, it's keeping in mind that there are people around us that we are capable of affecting. And then identify the need. What is it that the people around you need? Is it encouragement? Is it time, quality time with them? Do they need someone to listen to them? Someone to help them with their homework? Identify what you have to offer. What needs are you equipped to meet? Identify what you can do and then do it. When we shift our mindset from not having enough influence or not having enough effect, whether that's because we don't know enough people or feel like we have enough to offer, and we begin seeing that everyone has an effect, everyone has influence when they use what they have for the people around them, that's when things begin to change. We'll start to see how much more all of us are capable of. We're gonna feel more empowered. We're gonna behave in different ways. We're gonna look for more ways to affect the people around us. Now, before we head out, I want you to think about a person in your life who has affected you in a positive way. What was it about them that allowed them to have an impact on you and your life? How did their influence impact your life for the good? In the same way that others have had an effect on you, you have the same ability to have an effect on others. No matter how small or big your circle of influence seems, you have more of an effect than you think. You have more influence than you know. So the question to ask yourself isn't, do I have the ability to affect others? Instead, the question should be, how will I use the influence that I already have? And ultimately, God is the one who has the power to change people. All you have to do is show up and offer what you have and let Him do the rest.
Hey, I can really connect to and relate with that video and what it had to say. You know, when I was in high school and junior high, I used to walk the halls, be out, at the basketball courts and wonder, does my life really make an impact? Am I at all one that would bring influence? And here's the idea that we really want you guys to catch before we go into our Zoom groups, and that's this, that you have more of an effect than you think. It's true, you really do, right, JD?
Absolutely. I really liked the scripture tonight that talked about how we let our lives with others really point to God.
Yeah, I love it. Let our lives shine, right? Like a light. So remember, you have more of an impact, you have more of an effect than you think.
Before we head to our Zoom, does anybody have a guess about that number that I was thinking out beforehand?
If I was gonna guess, I would guess 49.
This is the closest to not going over.
You cannot go over. If you go over, then you're out.
If you go over, what about if you're under, John?
If you're under, that's where it goes. So the closest without going over.
All right, are y'all ready?
Here's the number.
39.
39! All right, we're gonna go back in the chat and we're gonna see who was the closest without going over. And then you are the new proud owner of a Starbucks gift card in the value of
Pineapple matchas.
$25. All right, cool. Well, hey, that's all for tonight. We've had a lot of fun with you guys. Next week, make sure you're back here, 6 p.m. on YouTube. We want to make sure that we stay connected. So text motion to 21,000. Make sure you follow us on Instagram right here. We want to make sure that you are connected with us. Now let's all head over to
Zoom.
All right, see you later.
See you then.